Hello everybody and welcome to my first video on my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to play Heroscape using not only Heroscape army cards but also adding Magic the Gathering Arena of the Planeswalkers. So let's start setting up so we can have ourselves a game. Okay, first we're going to set up with the armies from Arena of the Planeswalkers. So the first team that I chose is the Black Planeswalker Liliana Vess, and she has a cost of 325. So I added also the Blighted Reavers, which they have a cost of 115, and I also added the Skewer That Cultist and the Gold Vanguard, which they had a cost of 50, and the Vanguard has a cost of 100. So in total, this whole army for Liliana has a total of points of 590 points. Alright, and for the other team, we also added a total of 590 points for the Arena of the Planeswalkers army cards. For the other team, we chose Nisa, and their army cards is Elf Rangers. And as you can see, we added 6 Elf Rangers, and you may ask why you did that if that squad isn't unique squads, and I know that we can only add one set of squad for unique squads. However, Arena of the Planeswalkers never had the chance to release common squads, so in this case I did this so we can have the same amount of points in total for the armies, adding as well the Pad Wardens. So we add their points for the Part Wardens for 100 points. We add Nisa's points for 330, and if we add 2 times 80, which are the points for the Elf Rangers, we'll have the total as well for 590 points for this army, as well we did for the Black Planeswalker Liliana. Now we're gonna set up the army cards for Heroscape. Alright, so teaming up with Liliana from Heroscape, we have Marble Red Skull, we have Raylene the Kyrie Warrior, we have Ni Goksa, and we have the Mario Warriors, adding up a total points of 430 points. And we did the same thing with the team from Heroscape, teaming up with Nisa, adding a total of 430 points. We have Agent Carr, we have an Elf, Savaris, and we have Irene and the Frostclaw Paladins unique squad. Now we're gonna talk about the decks that we added from Arena of the Planeswalkers based on the color from each Planeswalker added to this game. So what I did for both decks is that I added the same amount of cards based on the amount of points. So as you can see here, we have 2 5-point cards, meaning that also in the other Planeswalker decks, we added 2 5-point cards, we added 6 10-point cards, we added a total of 7 15-point cards, 3 20-point cards, and 4 25-point cards. I'm going to show you the green deck for Nisa so you can see which cards we added as well. Here's the other deck as well, and as you can see, same amount of cards for same amount of points, for a total of 22 cards on each deck. So now we're ready to start, and we're going to talk about some new ruling that I added to the game based on both Heroscape and Arena of the Planeswalkers. So let's get to it. As you can see on the field, the Elf Rangers and the Pad Wardens are already on the field placed and not on the army cards and then be summoned by the Planeswalkers as the Arena of the Planeswalkers rule tell us to. So what I did was I only applied that rule of summoning to the cards that have summoning effects, meaning that they have to be summoned so they can apply the effects. Other than that, we already have the other squad plays, so we can play them with order markers as well, instead of taking turns for the Planeswalkers or the squads or heroes that you control for Arena of the Planeswalkers. And when you summon the squads that apply summoning effects after they are summoned, you have to play with them using the order markers from Heroscape. And that way you can play with both armies from Arena of the Planeswalkers and Heroscape. Now, for the cards placed on the Arena of the Planeswalkers deck, you can play them to any card placed on the field. For example, if I take my turn before I play with a character and I draw a card, remember that Arena of the Planeswalker lets you play up to 3 spells each turn before you move and attack. So I have this card called Path's Reveal, which enchanted a squad and gives them 3+ move. So not only I can play it to a squad from Arena of the Planeswalkers, but if I want to put this card and play it to the Frostclaw Paladins, I can, and now I enchant them and added 3+ move to them, adding a total of 6. Okay, so I did this dynamic so the game would be more interesting, but the turn is the same. You start your turn, you reveal your order marker, you draw a card from your deck, and then you play up to 3 spell cards. Remember that you start the game with 3 on your hand, and then you draw. And you continue to play the game, and you can do the ruling after a few rounds who has the most points, or you just could battle it out to see who's the last figure standing. I also did this map. This map you can find it on the Heroscape webpage from Renegade Studios, and I believe this is the map 11 they have added right there. So I'm gonna copy the link on the description just in case you want to build it, and so you can see how it is built. So now we're ready to play. We have our army cards from Heroscape and Arena of the Planeswalkers from both teams. They are already placed on the field. The same thing for the other team, for Liliana. So basically, we can start our game. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and you can set up your own Arena of the Planeswalkers and Heroscape battle game. Thank you, and have a good day, everybody.